Now we need to list the first name, last name, gender, and job title of all employees hired in the first quarter of 2008 and order them by hire date. So we already know something about the first name and last name, so we can get those. Let's go ahead and just list the things that we're going to need. So we're going to need first name, last name, gender, and we don't know exactly what that's called yet, but let's go ahead and write it down and figure out when we get there. Job title. Now we need to figure out where we're going to get all of this stuff. So we know first name and last name are going to come from the person table, and that's a pretty big table. Where's gender going to come from? We don't see any gender in there. And job title, let's go look in another section called another section, human resources, that has a table called employee, and see what they have. So this table has a business entity ID, so we know there's that ID that will connect all of the person information. And there's job title, we need that, and there's gender. So it looks like the other things that we need are in this table. So we know that the employee table is going to be smaller than the person table, so I'm going to start with that. That makes our queries more efficient. So from human resources dot employee, all right, that's the table. Now I'm going to start using alias for tables. So each one I can specify this is going to be the employee table. I'm going to start calling it E. These names are long and we're going to end up using several. If we give it an alias, then there's just less characters that we have to type. So we want it from human resources.employee join with person.person. And we'll give this an alias too, just as the person table. I'm going to call it P. And we join this on the E dot business entity ID is equal to the person dot business entity ID. And that's how they're connected. So we're making good progress. We've got the information that we need, and we look, and none of them have squiggly lines, so we found the tables and located those columns in each of the tables. But now we want to know when they were hired in the first quarter. So where are we going to figure out hired? Well, here's a hire date, so that's really good. That will help us. The first quarter of 2008. So hire date is of type date, and we need to get some information from that. So we're going to say where, and here we're going to we want to extract the year from the hire date. So there's a function called year that will do that, and we can use the hire date in here, and that will extract the year from that date, and we can ask if that's equal to 2008. And then we want to get the month out. So another function is the month function, again from the hire date. We can get that month, and we want to make sure it's in the first quarter. So that would be the first, second, and third month. So we can say 1, 2, 3. So if the month's in 1, 2, or 3, we want to do that. And then it said to order by hire date. All right, let's execute that and see what we get. And there we go. We have first name, last name, and gender. You know what? Let's put the hire date just to verify, shall we? Let's go ahead and add it up here so we can look at it. And there we go, job title, and there's the dates. They were all hired in 2008, and there's 1 for January, 2 for February, and 3 for March. So those are the 12 people that were hired in the first quarter of 2008.